you can score the beautiful goals all you like, and they do, like a lot of teams. They score some great goals, City. And at times they're trying to walk it in, and, you know, they should be taking strikes. But these little 1-2s quite often pay off. But do you know what, and we talked about it, you know, during the game, do you know what really annoyed me? Was Leroy Sané in the first half, when there was a great ball clipped into and it was about 2 or 3 yards out, and the goalkeeper was beaten. He was taken out of the game. And it was a little half-hearted header at it. Right. They're in a position now, they need players, you know, these two guys played up front, get in there, broken nose, cut in the face, doesn't matter. Because I tell you what, they're trailing Liverpool, it might be 7 points by this tomorrow, and their next 3 league games, Arsenal, Everton, Chelsea.
Yeah.
They're now in the mire, and what they need is not always pretty football, but somebody who's prepared to say, I'm going to take a knock, like the guys have probably done in the striker position. I'm going to take a knock from my team. If it means a boot in the face and we'll get 2-0 up, that's what I'm going to do. And what I saw from Leroy Sané, just in this one occasion, was somebody who was half-hearted, going for what was almost an automatic goal, and that kind of summed it up for me with City. It was a little bit half-hearted all over.
It's that big question about Manchester City that pops up every so often is, can they win ugly? Right. Because if it's not all the pretty stuff that we see, and we all enjoy that and it's entertaining, but there are moments throughout the course of the season where all those things don't come off. And that pass that you're talking about maybe wasn't there and they're not able to pick out. At some point, you got to win ugly. And winning ugly for them doesn't come natural, and they don't find a way to do it. That in itself is something that you need in order to win consistently. They don't do it.
They deserved the draw in the end, though.
They did.
Oh, yeah.
And you appreciate the reaction. And that's all fine and well. But they should not have been in this position. And here's the issue. I've been very supportive of Solskjaer, and he has done a tremendous job since coming in. But I don't understand if 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, you tell us that Marcus Rashford is your number one. He's your guy. He's going to play down the middle. And he's been doing a tremendous job for you. He has been scoring goals. He's been playing well. Why, oh, why do you send him out on the left-hand side? Would you do that with Harry Kane?
Yeah.
If he's your number one, do you take him out? If he is indeed the guy that you trust to score the goals, then put him there. The team has been good with him there. He's been good. He's producing goals for you. Then don't change that, because you're taking away from something that actually has worked for you. Maybe a little bit of overthinking, maybe a little bit of, well, maybe we give Romelu Lukaku a run here. Wait, hold on a second. You rested Marcus Rashford in the FA Cup. For what reason? So that you could bring him on playing down the middle on the Premier League in the midweek. Instead, you choose to go in this direction. I just think it created an environment in which you don't give Marcus Rashford the credit that he deserves. And so far, he's been so good for them.
Yeah, you know, I don't mind the change so much because I think he's trying to add Lukaku back into this.
I don't know why, though.
What's that?
I don't know why.
Well, I think it had to do with the fact that Martial wasn't fit. So what you want now is a player that can fit into that Martial role. It didn't work. Don't get me wrong, but I can see why he wanted to do it. My thing is still always the fact that defensively, they are not strong enough.
Yeah.
You could see just building on the back. The first goal for Newcastle is a goal because of a poor touch by Manchester United, and they put themselves under pressure. But they're so spread out, and you're asking your team now to play spread out if you're not confident in a good pass, because the ball played in is not directly at his feet, takes a poor touch, and you have a Newcastle team that really hasn't had much of it. I'm sorry, Burnley. Really hasn't had much of the game besides defending. And now you've given them the opportunity to get on the front foot and say, yeah, we can stick our feet in defensively and defend all we want now because we have this goal.
I know there's injuries, but I do think, as Ali said, I do think sometimes managers overthink. I think here's a classic case of, well, we're playing Burnley. They're big and strong, and they've got me and Tarkowski at the back, the big lad. So I'll put the big lad. We'll put a physical battle against them, and that's how we'll play. Well, actually, it plays into the hands a little bit because that's what those two lads want. They don't want a quick guy running in around them. They're quite happy to have Lukaku, who's a bit more cumbersome. We want to have a bit of a fight with them. Oh, and that's what those two big centre-halves have made their name on.
Welcome to Extra Time. How much pressure is now off this Manchester United team now that they no longer have to maintain a winning streak? Surely there was a certain weight of the expectations given the performances in recent weeks.
Is that from a Man United fan?
I imagine.
I imagine it must be, yes.
All right.
Is the pressure off
How
now?
much? What's better? Am I missing something here or what? I mean, like, get me something to bang my head on.
All right.
This
table's quite hard.
Yeah, pretty sturdy.
I was thinking more about you. I was thinking more you.
This table's definitely harder than me.
What's wrong with winning? Yeah. There's no pressure when you keep winning because you expect to keep that going.
So winning is good.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
You know what? Great quote.
Yeah. Immortalise that.
I tell you what, I think I'd rather go back to the Mourinho days. It was much better.
Oh, well, this next question is about the Mourinho. How many players
that's
would
like-
Mourinho have thrown under the bus today?
Now that's a good
Yeah,
question.
who would have got the blame?
Oh gosh.
There would have been a few. He would have said something about Pereira, that he gives him an opportunity to play and he loses the ball, and then now you're
Yeah,
giving up
that's it.
goals. And
Yeah. You said you wanted Pereira.
yeah, and then, he would have said, I finally give an opportunity to Lukaku to play and he doesn't do what I ask him to do. I mean, there would have been
Where was Luke Shaw? What was he up to in all of this?
He mistrapped the ball a couple of times. He would have been thrown under the bus, 100%.
Let's take a walk down memory lane with you, shall we, Brian?
Sure.
What's your favourite goal for Fulham?
I have to go probably against Birmingham, second to last game of the 2007-2008 season. Just because
Just talk us through it for those who don't remember that
we had to win going out, and we had done that up until this point, 0-0 against Birmingham, and there was a ball played, free kick played over the top.
goal. Was it a header?
Yes, it was.
100%.
Of course it was a header.
McBride, baby.
What year was that, Brian?
McBride.
It was 2008.
Was Roy Hodgson the manager?
Yeah.
Did you play in that game at Man City?
Yes. In fact,
3-1?
I
3-1?
yes, it was 3-1. But Kamara came on for me. Could actually run in behind.
That's right. That's
and
right.
scored
He
the
come
2
off
goals.
here.
Yeah.
Tito Kamara.
I think we might have did that game. I don't know, but I remember that. I didn't remember him coming on for you. Yeah.
Change again.
Oh, there you go.
You being on the bench changed the game?
For
I've
sure.
I've had to really up my game in my memory ever since Stevie asked me in our FA Cup podcast what Roy Hodgson did
fourth round.
in the fourth round last year with Crystal Palace, what team he selected. I was like,
Right. Is a tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
it's a fruit.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah,
Fruit?
It's a fruit.
There you are, bang.
But it shouldn't be a fruit.
Why not?
Because you don't put it in the fruit bowl.
Right.
You buy a fruit bowl, you put fruit in it. And you don't put, you wouldn't
You have
put
a fruit
tomato,
bowl.
you put a tomato in the fridge.
Ah.
Say
Okay.
not to do that.
What do you mean? What are you saying? Oh, do you not have tomatoes in the Thomas household?
Yes, I wasn't really listening to you because I was listening to something that someone was telling
Can't
me.
you do both?
Well, not really.
You got 2 ears, haven't you? Earpiece in one and another.
There we go.
Are you deaf in that ear?
You know you're not going to go on vacation without at least a little bit.
Oh, I'm going on vacation. I forgot about that for a moment, Brian.
It's not vacation where he's going.
Oh, hey,
Ouch.
it's away from you. That is a vacation enough.
You
was-
love it, son.
Who was your biggest enemy or rival, team or player? I like that question.
Me?
Yeah,
Who was like your nemesis?
Oh, Brian.
No, like all of you.
No, I'm selecting Brian.
Ali, did you have a nemesis?
Paraguay. Kept
Paraguay.
us out of a couple of World Cup, or opportunities to go to the World Cup.
Oh.
In the last couple of games of the World Cup qualifying cycle in CONMEBOL, which is not easy, by the way.
No, it's not easy.
No.
Well, it's no CONCACAF.
Well, I'm sorry, but I suggest CONMEBOL. It's just a tiny bit more difficult.
You don't know.
I don't. Apparently not.
Rival?
No? Kamara?
Fulham don't have rivals.
No, that's true.
They're
What
too
about
nice.
you? Who was
They're
your...
too nice down there.
Did you have a player that you always picked a fight with or anything like that?
Everyone.
Yes.
Referees were my biggest. There's so many enemies.
Player I didn't
Still.
like playing against the most is, and I think I've said this here before, is Jamie Carragher.
Really?
Because his weakness was what I didn't have.
Pace.
Yes. Read the game extremely well. I couldn't really drift off and find space. And plus, he scored on me in a corner, and it was one of 3 times that's happened in my life.
Oh.
Ooh, I was
Who are
there
the
for
other
one-
two?
I was there for one of those.
Yes, you were.
I wouldn't differentiate who's a better player in terms of Roy Keane or Patrick Vieira, just to name a couple. But I've always said Vieira was much more annoying to play against because of his physical presence.
Right.
You know, Roy was different, but I mean, just Vieira's physical presence because he was so tall and so gangly, and he could get about the pitch. And whenever you thought even you'd half a yard to play a pass, big leg and the big arm come out and made a challenge. He was real awkward to play against amongst
And
them.
how about kicking him? Didn't even bother him when you kicked him? He was someone that seemed could
I
take
don't
a
think
kick.
you know. Yeah, they were tough boys.
At one point
group.
against Uruguay, I had to play against the Godin Lugano combo package. Yeah, no. No, and it's not like we were sending a lot of people forward.
Yeah.
It was just me. Hold it up, buddy. Draw a foul. Maybe we'll do something. Oh, no, that wasn't fun.
Final question, what's your favourite best dance move? Ryan, what do you like on the dance floor?
I'm all right.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I was not expecting that answer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen, I grew up in Chicago, late 90s. That's where house music came from.
Okay.
Oh, it was house music, was
Wow.
it? Oh, I see.
There you go.
Well, I
no,
don't
wait a
listen to
minute.
it necessarily as much as before. Although my brother does. My brother.
Wow.
still does.
Can you give us a sample? No? And you met your wife at a dance class?
Dance appreciation class, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
What the hell were you doing there?
It was a fine arts
Oh, you got a credit.
fine arts requirement. It was either poetry,
Right.
drama, or
Okay.
dance. I said, well, hell, I can dance.
Oh, was
you
this
go.
at school?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
you weren't drinking age, not that you
I was there sober.
That's on the billboard out throwing people in.
most people.
Dance appreciation.
I must have missed that class when I was at school.
I don't think I've ever seen you on the dance floor.
No, I can't dance.
No.
But I've attempted it while absolutely
Yes, I imagine.
drunk as a skunk. I have attempted it a few times, but I'm very reluctant to get up there.
Right. Stevie's not. Stevie's the first one
Yeah,
up.
but he's absolutely minging at dancing. He just doesn't know he's doing
No,
it.
that's very true. Right, that is it. That's the end of the show. The boys will be back tomorrow. Sebastian Salazar will be here with them.
Yes. Great.
They'll be looking back, of course. Leicester, Liverpool, the standout Premier League game.
Hey, have a good break.
Oh, I will.